You know what they say about Vikings, right? They're the only group of people who can make a mullet look intimidating. Now, let's delve deeper into the fascinating world of Viking humor. A realm where the elements of daily life like hairstyles, rap battles, or even table manners can be a source of enormous amusement. Picture, if you will, an imposing Viking warrior. He is muscular, battle-scarred, and radiates an aura of deadly intent. He is in his element, psyching himself up for the forthcoming battle. And then, there's an unexpected twist. He is braiding his hair. Absolutely. Historical records indeed confirm Vikings were prominent for their varied and intricate hairstyles, which must have presented quite an intriguing spectacle on the battlefield. It's almost as if they were confidently declaring, "I'm here to pillage your village, but first, could somebody lend me a hair tie?" This peculiar juxtaposition of savagery and vanity is amusing to imagine. And we certainly cannot overlook the bling. A Viking warrior, intimidating in his demeanor, was often adorned with glittering necklaces, opulent brooches, and ostentatious rings. Prepared a gruesome fight, but at the same time ready for a grand fashion walk. Seemingly disparate elements merge seamlessly into a unique Viking aesthetic. Furthermore, hygiene, often ignored in the medieval ages, held a significant place in Viking culture. They were known to take baths and comb their hair weekly, a practice that was quite progressive for that era. It's amusing to picture a Viking, fresh from a bath, diligently applying his homemade deodorant before setting off for a big raid. You know what they say about Vikings, right? They're the only group of people who can make a mullet look intimidating. Now let's dive into the world of Viking humor, where everything from hairstyles to rap battles can be a source of amusement. It's amusing to picture a Viking, fresh from a bath, applying his homemade deodorant before a big raid. Now, let's talk love. Vikings were known for their usage of runes, an ancient form of writing, frequently employed for the articulation of their emotions. Imagine a towering, robust Viking warrior, dedicating his time and strength to scrawl a love message onto a stone for his beloved. He carefully chooses words that reflect his feelings, yet still maintain the Viking's natural demeanor. The words read, "Roses are red, violets are blue. If you were a ship, I'd set sail in pursuit of you." This juxtaposes the softness of love with the ruggedness of the Viking warrior, making it an intriguing scene. A significant aspect of the Vikings' culture was their fondness for unique and formidable nicknames, such as Eric the Red or Ivar the Boneless. These names were a testimony to their strength and courage, and it seemed as though they were embroiled in a perpetual competition of who has the most intimidating name. It's as if they were trying to outdo each other in the who has the most intimidating name contest. The iconic image of Vikings with horned helmets is actually a myth. Real Viking helmets were without horns. Consider the impracticality if they had those. Apologies, Olaf, didn't see you there. Are you fine? Have you ever come across a Viking rap battle? This unique form of verbal jousting was known as flyting. It was a battle of wits, where Vikings would challenge each other by hurling poetic insults. Now picture this, two Vikings, tall amidst a circle of their comrades, throwing down beats and rhymes like the ancient predecessors to Eminem. Their rhythmic verses filled with sharp jabs and clever put-downs, echoing through the chilly Nordic air. But the Viking life wasn't all battles and rap. Navigation was a significant aspect of their lifestyle. However, in the absence of compasses, their approach was based on their understanding of nature and landmarks. Imagine a bunch of Vikings on a ship, bickering over the right direction. Picture them in the middle of the vast ocean, with the cold wind lashing against their faces, trying to figure their way home. "I told you to turn left at the large rock, Sven," they argue, their voices competing with the sound of crashing waves. Undoubtedly, the Viking life was an intriguing blend of culture, courage, and chaos. "I said left at the big rock, Sven." Now, picture a Viking declining a meat feast for a plate of veggies. Historical studies imply that Vikings, though known for their ferocity, didn't shy away from vegetables. "No thanks, I'll just have the kale." Much to your surprise, these fearsome warriors also battled itchy skin due to their woolen clothing. Imagine a formidable clan relentlessly scratching in their woolen gear. This new armor is great, but does anyone have some lotion? It's fascinating that Vikings also valued personal grooming, as they imported combs through their expansive trade network. Visualize a Viking grooming contest, with burly warriors boasting their proficiency in braiding. Picture a Viking hairstyling competition, with warriors showing off their braiding skills. Recreation was important for Vikings, and they joyfully indulged themselves in various pastimes, including board games. The Viking communities would gather and participate in friendly competitions that involved games of strategy. One could envision a spirited game of Hnefatafel, akin to ancient chess, unfolding in a Viking longhouse. As part of the game, complex war strategies would be analyzed and debated over the intricately carved game board. These games provided a platform for Vikings to not only engage in cerebral exercises, but also to lighten the mood during their lengthy sea voyages. Perhaps in those moments, Vikings would resort to their unique brand of wit and humor. Here's a possible Viking joke. Why don't we ever play hide and seek with hiding Hilda? Because good luck hiding Hilda. Beyond their reputation as fierce warriors, Vikings were also skilled traders, often traveling vast distances to barter goods. Visualize a Viking in a bustling market, haggling relentlessly over the price of a newly forged sword with a merchant from a distant land. The Viking, with a steely gaze, would possibly say, "Throw in that shield, and you have a deal." Vikings also demonstrated a fondness for animals, keeping them as companions and giving them names both amusing and daunting. Viking might introduce his feline pet with a proud smile. "Meet my cat, Furry Fury. She's just as fierce as she is fluffy." Storytelling held a significant place in Viking culture. They spun elaborate sagas that detailed the lives and exploits of their gods and heroes. However, consider a Viking storyteller taking a comedic license to add unexpected plot twists and keep his listeners engrossed. And then, the mighty Thor slipped on a banana peel. So, there you have it. A glimpse into the humor-filled world of Vikings. This world was not just about warfare and conquest. Amidst their intense lifestyle, they infused humor, sporting intricate hairstyles, adorning themselves with exquisite jewelry, and engaging in playful banter. Their unique way of communicating, often through pet names and love notes inscribed in runes, reflected their lighter side. Vikings were not just fierce warriors, but also lovers of laughter. They would braid their hair, wear their bling, and even have disputes about directions. So next time you think of Vikings, imagine this vivid picture of these fun-loving warriors.